Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, the 10th Devolution Conference kicked off officially today in Eldoret. William Ruto attended that event. And I paid very close attention to the speech which William Ruto delivered when he was addressing the residents of Eldoret. At the same time, the US Ambassador, Meg Whitman, also attended the event and delivered a speech. In her speech, she described the last general election in the Republic of Kenya as one of the most freest, fairest, and the most credible election in the history of the Republic of Kenya. Why do you think the US ambassador made those statements? Because you all know that Raila Odinga is disputing the outcome of the 2022 general election. And Raila Odinga is also expected in Eldoret today. So in my next video, I want to dissect for you guys why the US ambassador had to make those statements. But for now, I want us to focus on the statement which William Ruto made while addressing the residents of Eldoret town. Pay very close attention to what William Ruto is telling the residents of Eldoret town, especially how he lectured Raila Amolo Odinga. Just 2 minutes before we proceed.
Nimeambia wale majamaa zetu ya kwamba tulimaliza uchaguzi tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8 mwaka uliopita. Sinyi mulienda kwa polling station? Si muliamka mapema, mukapiga kura. Ya MCA mulimaliza? Ya mjumbe si mulimaliza? Ya gavana si mulimaliza? Ya rais si mulimaliza? Kuna yenye ilibaki? Kuna yenye ilibaki? So bado tunaulizana nini? Tunaulizana nini na hao watu wanatuambia sijui saba, sijui nini? Uchaguzi iliisha tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8. Na hatuwezi kuendelea kuongea mambo ya viongozi. Saa hizi tuongee mambo ya wananchi. Viongozi walimaliziwa na wananchi wakati wananchi walipiga kura. Nyinyi kama wananchi mlimaliza kazi yenu. Sasa nyinyi mnadudai ile yenu. Na ndio lazima tuwe na mpango ya mambo ya wananchi. Hawa ambao bado wanatuuliza masafa, wanatafuta hati mambo ya viongozi. Nataka niwaambie, it is very insensitive. In fact, it is backward for anybody to continue arguing about what is in it for leaders, about discussing what is in it for leaders. It is time we discuss what is in it for the people of Kenya. Those who woke up early to vote for us. Tunaelewana jameni? Mambo ya viongozi iliisha, my friends. Mambo ya viongozi tulimaliza tarehe 9 na mwezi wa 8 last year, na hawa wananchi walitumalizia. Ile deni iko saa hii sio mambo ya viongozi tena, ni mambo ya ajira ya hawa vijana. Mambo ya wakulima wapate msaada, tuondoe shida ya njaa. Tupange vile hawa vijana watapata ajira. Tupange vile tutaweka matibabu, watu wapate matibabu karibu na kwao. That is the assignment that remains, that is outstanding. Tumekubaliana jameni? Mwisho kabisa, mimi nataka niwaambie ya kwamba tuko pamoja. Maneno ya kulete fujo, maneno ya kuharibu mali, maneno ya kuharibu biashara ya watu, maneno ya kupiganisha wa vijana na polisi, hiyo maneno nimesema itakoma, kwa sababu it is undemocratic, it is unconstitutional, it is against the law, it is unpatriotic. It is not right for any leader, present, past or future, to organize citizens to fight with our security agencies, to cause mayhem, to cause violence, to destroy property, to destroy public property, private property, and to cause chaos in Kenya and sabotage the economy. It is undemocratic, it is unconstitutional, it is unpatriotic, it's against the rule of law, and it will not happen in Kenya because we are a democratic nation and we are believers in the rule of law. Sijui kama tumekubaliana jamani.
Now that's William Samoei Arap Ruto. And that lecture by William Samoei Arap Ruto, to me, is significant political speaking. Because it's coming at a time when the bipartisan team is already seated somewhere discussing the issues which William Ruto raised publicly. So I want us to discuss why William Ruto made those statements, what he really wanted to achieve, politically speaking. But before you do that, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, I want you guys to take a second or two. Click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And without any further ado, let us dive in. But before you dive in, you can also support this channel through small contribution using the numbers on your screen. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think William Ruto used those words? Was he taking cue from the United States of America ambassador? Because William Ruto is actually the president of the Republic of Kenya as we speak. For me, William Ruto wanted to achieve the following objective. Number one, William Ruto was sending a coded message to Raila Odinga over the issue of the bipartisan talks. And Raila Odinga, listen to me. There is nothing which is going to come out of that bipartisan talks. If you paid very close attention to William Ruto and you paid very close attention to Meg Whitman, the US ambassador, there is nothing. The US ambassador is clear on one thing, that the issue of the last election is neither here nor there. They are the superpowers. But William Ruto is reminding you that you should forget about the issues of the servers because the elections were conducted, they are over, and the next time elections will be conducted will be in 2027. So Raila Odinga, pay very close attention to what Ruto is telling you. Don't waste your time. Focus on what you are currently doing. Meet grassroots leaders of your party, the way you met the Kajiado grassroots leaders, the way you went with Kalonzo in Kajiado. That's what will save you. Banking on the bipartisan talks is a waste of time. It's not going to yield anything, I can assure you. And the way William Ruto spoke today, he's clearly telling you that nothing is going to come out, because William Ruto is telling you that the issue of servers should not be there. Amongst the issues Raila Odinga is raising is that the elections were rigged, and therefore is demanding for the opening of the servers. Ruto gave you the answer today. So for me, that is the first objective. William Ruto wanted to send a message to Raila Odinga, and he delivered that message in an environment which was conducive for him, not even in the mountain the way he's used to, but right in his own county. So that's number one. Number two, William Ruto also made those statements, in my view, as his strategy to continue sustaining the anti-Raila Odinga sentiments and narrative in his strongholds. If you look at the outcome of the last general election, William Ruto's votes actually came primarily from two regions. That is the Kikuyu nation and the Kalenjin nation. How did he manage to do that? For the Kalenjin nation, they had to protect, or they had to support one of their own. But for the mountain, the strategy was simple. Make the campaign anti-Uhuru and anti-Raila Odinga. And because Uhuru Kenyatta is no longer a factor in Kenyan politics, I think they have realized so, Ruto is now focusing more on Raila Odinga. He needs to sustain the anti-Raila Odinga sentiment by going to Eldoret, and instead of telling the people of Eldoret what he's planning to do, what he has done for them, the impact of the finance bill, what is questioning them, addressing the issue of bumper harvest, which is happening, which was witnessed in the past few days, Ruto just decided to speak on Raila. The demonstrations, of course, he also talked of the demonstrations that Azimio leaders sent their troops, their supporters to go and fight with the police, basically dismissing the issues of police brutality. So for me, Ruto is keen on trying to sustain the anti-Raila Odinga sentiment in his stronghold. Number three, if you ask me, the objective which he wants to do also to achieve also was to divert the attention of his audience. Remember, there has been a lot of issues in Eldoret, especially the issue of Finland scholarship. And of course, he was forced to address the issue. Cosmetically, Mandago has been arrested, but there are several other issues affecting the people who voted for William Ruto. And because he didn't have an agenda to tell them, because William Ruto lacked any credible info, any credible thing to tell them, the only thing he could talk about is Raila, Azimio, the protest, and the rest. So for me, William Ruto had to bring in the issue of Raila Odinga. You know, we are talking of a devolution conference. Devolution conference brings together all governors, and I think mostly all MCs and county leaders from across the country. If more than half of the country is painted blue and they're in Eldoret and you speak the way Ruto is speaking, it simply means that he lacked an agenda to tell his people. And lastly, Raila Odinga is supposed to be in Eldoret tomorrow. So what I'm trying to conclude is that William Ruto wanted to spoil the ground, to poison the ground ahead of Raila Odinga's arrival. Raila Odinga is a politician. He's scheduled to give his address to the conference tomorrow. William Ruto knows he's coming tomorrow. And Raila Odinga, being Raila Odinga, probably was going to address the same people on his way. And maybe he was going to talk about the same issues. So to stop that, to pollute the air for Raila Odinga, I think William Ruto decided that the best strategy is basically to go to the ground the way he has done, poison those people, so that by the time Raila Odinga will arrive in Eldoret, William Ruto's supporters, who are the majority there, their mood shall have been set. I don't know what you think. That's for me. Let us meet later when we discuss the issue of the US ambassador, why she's talking about the 2022 election. She has consistently spoke about it, and why she chose Eldoret as the place, and she chose the 10th conference. And the question is, why would the US ambassador talk about Kenyan election in a devolution conference? Why? Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye, and may you have a good day.